They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
43, 15. Attack!
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Carry here for Robinson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Wentz on the bootleg. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Throwing now is Wentz. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Decided to hit it off that time on the run pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
74.
A run here for J.D. McKissic. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 26 yards. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Nifty move. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down and 7. Now Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Mahomes now on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Mahomes. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes
throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a break.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Here's Hardman to return.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into...
And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible fourth-quarter comeback because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
On 1st down, Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Attack!
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Wentz. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And my goodness, another interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. We're good. Now Wentz. This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Wentz now on 1st down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. A give running right, Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 44 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. But things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. He's got McLaurin. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw, Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down.